Hello and long time no see. Welcome to the chat room on CGTN. I'm Zoyun. Well, okay, now here I am. Inside the gym, obviously, is located in China's Zhongguancun, also known as the Silicon Valley here in China. And the name of the gym is so special, it's called the Sun Peak. Well, inside the gym like this, surrounded by all the equipments and gears, what else can we talk about? It must be health and fitness. So that will be the focus for today. Well, for many of us who are familiar with the chat room, you must know this is a special online live show which invites people from different backgrounds and sectors and also different countries to share their thoughts and experiences on the same issue. And apart from panel discussions, we also take questions from a variety of different social platforms, including CGTN app, official website, CGTN official account on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Sina Weibo. So feel free to leave your comments and questions on those platforms. We do look forward to your input. Well, today, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, the pandemic has changed the lives of so many people, and that's why we want to talk about fitness and health. Today, I do exercises, but I'm not a pro, but I have a professional trainer joining me today. So, Constantine, thank you so much for joining us. You look so good today.
Thank you. Great to see you.
You too. Let's take a seat. So, just as I mentioned a little bit earlier, the pandemic has changed the lifestyle of so many people. And one thing among that, I think, is people started to pay more attention to health. That's why people started to go to the gym, or if they can't, they just stay at home doing more exercises. And this kind of thing has become one of their priorities. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would agree that more and more people are interested in exercising, but I think they are more excited about training outside or at home.
Right. Okay, we can talk about that in very soon. And apart from Constantine, we also have other guests joining us from different corners of the world. Let's welcome them. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Well, we have trainers. Wow, it's just so fit and so pretty to me, the picture. So we have trainers and also teachers and also Susie as doctors joining us. And let's just have all of you introduce to us a little bit. Introduce yourself to us, please. Let's start with lady first, okay? Because I just want to start with Nina. She's an amazing Pilates tutor. How do I know that? Because I was her student. Nina, so please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Jun and Esther. Yes, I am Nina. I'm so happy to be here, to be connected with you guys. And I am a Pilates teacher. I'm the National Certified Pilates Teachers. It is a certification program running in the US. And I am also a co-owner and the director of a Pilates and fitness studio in Beijing. And now I'm in Toronto. It's a very fresh start for me. So it's really nice to be connected with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nina. Well, it's a fresh start for you, but also a sad moment for me. I really miss you. How are you there?
Yeah, I miss you. I'm good. I'm busy, settling down and setting up a small home studio.
I saw that home studio in your backdrop. It looks amazing. Okay, just one more thing before we proceed to the next guest. Am I a good student or not?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, kind of hesitation in there. Okay, let's move on. So Ryan, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Nice to meet you. My name is Ryan Benson. I own a gym here in Southern California and predominantly train some of the world premier competitive bodybuilders, female competitors.
Nice. Welcome to the show, Ryan.
Thank you.
Okay, Jamel, your turn, please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jamel Edwards. I train a group of celebrities and professional athletes. I've been in the industry for quite a while now, since I was 18 years old. And I'm in process of opening my own gym out here in Orange County at the moment. Other than that, I'm keeping everybody upscale and to be in shape that they need to be on the field and on camera.
Looking good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. And let's go to Travis.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Travis, and I'm a power lifter, I guess. Not as professional as the rest of everyone here, but I grew up in the U.S., in New Jersey, and now I live in Shanghai for the past 2 years. and I coach a few people in powerlifting, but mainly I just do it for fun as a hobby, I guess.
Okay, nice. And welcome to the show. Last but not least, we have a doctor joining us. It's our great pleasure. So Peng Bin, please.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay. My name is Peng Bin. I'm a physician working in a hospital in Beijing. It's so good to see so many new faces and get to know new people after a long time quarantine. And it's my pleasure to get to know so many people who are in great shape. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Peng Bin. Well, what about you, gentlemen, sitting beside me? You were listening so carefully. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. I know you, of course, but yeah, for our viewers and also our guests.
Yeah, first of all, it's amazing to see all these people in the same industry, like from many different places, especially from the US, which excites me. My name is Constantine Koberg. I'm from Berlin, Germany. I've been in China since 2011. I went to the US actually to get one of my training certifications, which I love it, to travel. And here in Beijing, I own a personal training studio where we get people into shape, because that's what I'm focused on. I've been a German national bodybuilding champion 2017
Wow.
in my weight category. Okay, I have to say that. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
And I know you're an author as well.
Oh yeah, I just published my first book. It's called Shape It and Live It.
Shape and live it.
Shape it and live it, but it's not just focused on shaping your body. It's also focused on shaping your mind and shaping your life, and then live it. Okay, because it all, as all of them probably would agree, it belongs together. Right? You shape your body, you shape your life, you shape your mind.
Wow,
Yeah.
brilliant and interesting. You know, Constantine, in China, we have a very trendy word. I think that's perfect to describe you. It's called slash use. It's for those people who have multiple roles and different responsibilities. It's called slash use. Like for you, you are a trainer, a champion, and slash an author, an owner of a gym, and like even more, right?
Yeah, I love to do different things, but I really love this industry, like fitness. I've been doing this for the last 20 years as a hobby, so.
Yeah, that's great. You know, we just finished our intro part, but now I feel two things. One is the lack of confidence. Usually, Nina knows I'm a very confident person, right? But now just after 3 minutes after we started the show, I was like, oh, I'm not so confident because first of all, when I look at you, all of you, so good looking, so fit, so healthy, with strong muscles and with very healthy mind, I was like, oh, there's still great room for me to make improvements. And the second is, I feel so protected and so safe sitting next to you and with all our international guests joining us live.
You definitely can.
If I got into trouble, they're going to help me, right?
For sure, yeah.
Great. So let's start our discussion. Well, as we said a bit earlier, Constantine, the pandemic has changed people's lives, especially erased people's consensus awareness of health. That's why people started to do more exercises. I don't know, it's just my personal feeling or is something that you have observed and witnessed around the world. Let's ask our guests. So how about Ryan? Is there something that you saw also in the States that people started to pay more attention to health and now going to gym where at least doing exercises has become one of the priorities for them?
Yeah, well, this gave everybody a lot more time to think about what was important in their life. We had a nothing but time on our hands being in this quarantine. So definitely there was a large shortage of exercise equipment to be found to purchase. All the stores are completely sold out of all exercise equipment. There was actually a huge markup on all the equipment. People were buying it at wholesale and trying to flip it for a profit. There was such a shortage. So everybody was building home gyms and finding other ways to get outdoors and get an exercise. It reminds me of 20 years ago. I see more children outside riding bikes and playing and getting out exercise outdoors than I've seen in a long time.
Are you excited about this as a professional trainer?
Yeah, I definitely, I think it sparked the interest for a lot more people to understand how important their health was. And I think, coming out of this, on the other side of it, when we come out of this, a lot of people are going to be more focused on getting back into the gym and focusing on their health. I think it's going to be a huge improvement for the fitness industry. I think we're going to see a huge boom in the industry as soon as everything's allowed to open up.
Right. What about you, Travis? Because I know you used to stay in the States and now you've been in China for 2 years. So what kind of changes have you witnessed in the past 2 years here in China about fitness and also especially after the pandemic? Anything that you have seen different from before?
Well, actually, the pandemic in China was controlled pretty early on, right? So everything has been back to normal for a while, for the past 7 months or so. So, well,
like
currently we just, everything is, yeah.
Like 2 years ago when you
ahead.
first came to Shanghai, is it easy to find a gym that you want? What about now? So is there kind of like also the number of people who are now doing like training and also going to the gym? What kind of changes have you witnessed?
Yeah, so when I first came to China in Shanghai, actually, I think there were a pretty decent amount of gyms already, but I do see an increase now, like as fitness becomes a bigger part of people's lives here. And now there's like a gym on every block near me, like maybe in 1 kilometer radius, there's like 20 gyms. So, and my gym, yeah, so it's definitely trending towards becoming a bigger part of the culture here, in my opinion.
So Pengbin, I think one of the reasons that people started to do more exercises is they think if we do more exercises, we'll become healthier, right? So I know you have conducted a very interesting studies on that, and you have some cutting-edge research results and also studies which unveils the benefits of doing exercises. So can you share a little bit with us? So does it really mean that we do more exercises if we live a healthier way of life? They'll have an impact on diseases or some other things.
Yeah, for sure. That's if you do more exercise, it will release a lot of factors from the muscle, from the bone, which will benefit our health, of course. So for now, youngers, especially youngers, the sedentary life is more and more common, and will cause a lot of bad effects on our health, especially on the cardiovascular system, on our brain, and on our it will get obesity, and you will develop a lot of disease. But if you do the exercise, actually, there are a lot of literature that says that when you do like a half an hour exercise, it will release a lot of factors which will benefit you. Of course, that's very confirmed results. Yeah.
So you suggest if we do exercises, if we go to the gym, the time span of the exercise should exceed 30 minutes, and that's going to make some difference. No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not really. But the literature has suggests that as long as you exercise, it depends on, it doesn't have to be like 30 minutes or more. As long as you exercise regularly, it will help you improve your health. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know, because I've been going to the gym for some years now. So, sorry. Okay, I can now see your face.
30 minutes in total?
The face expression that just got on Constantine's face is like, really? Seriously? Okay. Okay, you should say your face. No, I'm just kidding. But Constantine, I want to ask you, because here we are, you have mentioned that the number of people who started doing exercise have become, is increasing dramatically and explosively. And also, another thing that I have noticed is the options for different sports, the options for different kind of training is also now getting more. Did you notice, right? Like before, people just go jogging, we go to the exercise, we do the weightlifting, but there are now much more options.
For example?
For example, Pilates with full equipment. No,
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that is a reason. I wouldn't say that COVID-19 is the reason for
I'm not
more.
saying COVID-19. I'm just saying the new trend in the recent years.
Yeah, absolutely. What I see is that since 2008, fitness exploded in China, right? That's for sure.
Right.
And when I started my gym like 5 years ago, we were one of the very few gyms that had group classes every day. Like group classes. We are like a workshop with personal training studio. It was really rare to have a studio doing group classes every day. But now it's like crazy. Like on every corner you have
gyms.
So
many competitors now.
Extremely competitive. And that's why it's very important now to have your specialty. Be really good at something, not at everything.
What is your specialty?
I mean,
Everything?
obviously, we do body shaping, right? But we are also specializing now on pregnancy training, like prenatal and postnatal. Obviously,
Interesting.
that's what I think needs very high quality trainers. And we are well known for the level of our services.
Right.
Yeah, the degree of our services, I would say, comparably high.
Okay, that's interesting. No, I will go back to you very soon. And just as I mentioned, and also Constantine mentioned that the fitness sector has been experiencing I would say, explosive growth starting from 2008. And according to my personal observance, I think, it's not only the number of people, it's also there are more options, there are more services, and also the level of services is actually getting very high now. But one thing, and especially that is developing in the recent 2 to 3 years, is the rise of a sport called Pilates, especially Pilates with full equipment. And here in China, so many celebrities, they do this kind of exercises, actors and actresses, models. I don't know why, but I want to ask Nina, because I've been doing this for 2 to 3 years now. But when 2 to 3 years, when I first started, it's not that popular. But suddenly it's like in half a year, in 1 year, we're saying this is becoming a big hit now in China. Why is that? And I know you've been doing Pilates for almost a decade, right? You've been doing research on that. Can you share a little bit about, the philosophies, the values of Pilates? Is it yoga or is it something completely different?
Yeah, I think this have many aspects of, looking at the Pilates as a sport. For me, it is totally different from the view of the model view or the fashion view, because it has true value behind all this system. But true, the people are getting, more interested in Pilates. I think the main reason is because of the model things or the celebrity things. And that's a good thing. It's a good advertisement, of course. But once you really begin to learn Pilates, you want to know the basic ideas behind it, because it's a true value to improve your body and your mind and the spirit. So Pilates is not a new exercise or sport at all. It almost exists, it's about over 100 years also. So it's kind of an old sport, but it just came into China recently and experiencing the booming, period of this time. I think it's a really nice thing. People should have more choices of sports. Anything you have choices, always a good thing for people. Yeah.
Yeah, choices are always good. Well, Nina, I don't know, during the pandemic, have you ever conducted any online session with your students? Well, not me, because I'm not a big fan of that. I think it's a little bit weird. I'm still getting there because I'm kind of slow. But have you ever conducted any online session with the students? How do you feel about it?
Yes, definitely. During the period of February, March, and April, it's really hard for any studio because of the pandemic. Especially in the February, and from March, we began to engage in virtual learning and sessions. And my colleagues, I don't want to say myself because I have 2 children homeschooling, so it's not impossible for me to give too many times for my clients. I'm sorry about that. But I collect those information from my colleagues and my peers. They really enjoy the virtual session with their clients and vice versa. But there are also problems about that, because a good teaching needs to be observing and giving feedback on time. So it is really hard for camera to do that. But it's better than nothing. And you should make our clients motivated to do the communication, the connection all the time. And after that, we have really booming period after the closure time when we restart from the May. Yeah, so I think the virtual sessions really did a great job for us.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you, Nina. I wanted to ask Mel, just as Ina said, going from offline to online, it could be interesting, but there are also challenges. What about you? You had online sessions during the pandemic with your clients, with your students, right? How was it going?
Yes, I did have some online sessions. So as soon as the first wave of the pandemic started, I was already beginning to try to start virtualing off to online clientele, which people signing up for my packages that I had for training. They can follow like routine for the 6 months or the 3 months or the year that they decided on to get. But I ended up actually going into Zoom one-on-one sessions and doing group sessions as well, instead of meeting in person with the clients that I was meeting up with. And it was important for a lot of them to actually stay and maintain their shape and their physical activity, because they're still active, believe it or not, whether they're doing their sports or if they're doing their shows. So they still have that health and physical that was a priority to them. And of course, it was a priority to me as work. So I had to figure out a way, like, how can I still, train them and get them to where they need to be without being there. Luckily, there's internet and there's Zoom, so it was a benefit to have like a virtual training in this time, but never go against that one-on-one in person, because that's where, truly where all the motivation and inspiration comes from.
Right.
And like she said before, it's the trainer being there and actually focusing on every movement and giving feedback and whatnot. And to add something to this, it might be a little bit off of the question that you asked me, but I like what Ryan said about everything, as far as everything he said, from the gyms having big opportunities when everything opens back up, when a lot of the weights were going up, sales, it was insane how they're marketing the rubber and the weights that's going on. But yeah, there's a lot of opportunities, and how I seen it was, this was an opportunity to venture off and get online clients, which I happened to do in a quick span of time. And then now since things are opening back up, where I'm at, I'm in California, I'm in Orange County, so a lot of the gyms out here are actually open. They do require to wear a mask, but they're finally open. So that's the reason why I was looking to get I started to open my own gym out here. I'm in the process of everything. So hopefully that goes well. I'm pretty sure it will. So I'm gonna stay on top of it. It's good. It's a good thing. A lot of people like it better, honestly. So you gotta have people who like it online and people who like it on person, just because of how convenient that it can be with them flipping on the computer and having it with them.
Okay, nice. It's good to know that you're not going against it. You're actually embracing these new changes and new trend. So, Constantine, you keep nodding. It seems you really agree with Jamel, huh?
Yeah, this pandemic is an existential question, like for all of us in the fitness industry. Like, if you are a trainer and you lose, say, 90% of your people because they don't want to train.
Right.
If you do personal training, you kind of have to deliver, right? It's like very simple. It's business, right? You got to burn classes. The more classes you burn, the more classes you can sell. So, and as a trainer, you lose the ground under your feet like this. And we were shut down for 95 days. It's been one of the toughest 95 days I've
you need to
ever had.
Pay for the rent. You need to pay for the staff. You need to still.
Exactly.
It's a great expenditure, right?
Exactly, it's crazy.
No income.
No, and that's why we all try to find new ways to get some revenue, right? Because you have, I have employees at my gym, right? You still have to pay salary. You don't want to let them hang down, right? You don't want to let them down, sorry. And you still have to pay your rent.
Everything.
All these things come together. So what we did, we tried online classes. I think what works for me, I still do online classes now, personal training online classes. I think they are harder to do than the group classes, because online, the personal training classes, you don't have the ability to really see all the moves of the client in 3D. Like, you can see 2D, but just from one angle.
Right.
And this makes it tougher to help them with the technique. But for the group class, I see much more potential for these online classes, because it's more about like being motivating, right?
Yeah.
And screaming a little bit and getting some atmosphere, right? Up, okay.
It's hard because like spring is cold, right? You can't really convey that kind of passion. Or at least it's harder to convey your passion and everything, your spirit to him or her. Let's ask Ryan. Well, Ryan, do you hate online sessions where you just agree with Jamel and also Constantine? You think this is something that I have to go with, and actually when you started, you feel, oh, this is actually something interesting and something better than I'd expected. So what was your feelings and experiences? Share us a little bit with that.
Well, for me, it was something that I was already doing far before this happened. So I've had a huge online presence for a lot of years. I have athletes that I coach in several different countries. I have many students in China and Brazil and Kuwait and all over the world. Predominantly when it comes to the bodybuilding community, nutrition is the one part that I really have the most to do, to teach. And I believe as an educator in the sport, our job is to educate our clients so they can make educated choices for themselves when they're not with us. Right.
Yes.
So
Ryan,
really
I'm sorry to jump in because I know even during the pandemic, you already have 7 students qualified for Olympia. Well, I'm so sorry. It's impossible for me to be trained to be a pro, right? But at least with your guidance, I can eat like a pro. And I know you have you're a veteran in the research, of diet, how to eat healthy and nutrition. So can you share with us a little bit and also our viewers around the world about the nutrition, about diet? How can we eat healthily? How can we just, become better because of what we eat?
So I practice with most of my athletes. Of course, everybody's a little bit different, but I use a carb cycling method for most of my athletes. And then what we do is basically instead of gearing to what the human body wants to do, we train the body to do what we want it to do. So we train that body to follow a certain regimen that I've been trying to perfect over the last 20 years. We seem to have a lot of success with it. Like I said, I have 7 athletes that are going to the Mr. Olympia this year, which is very. I'm proud of that. Seeing that it happened during the COVID year, it was very difficult.
Yeah.
It was very. I have an amazing group of athletes that trust me to work with them every day. So I'm blessed to be working with these gentlemen and these ladies.
That's amazing.
But nutrition is such a huge part of all of the nutrition of all fitness. You could train and train, but if you're not backing up all that training with the proper nutrition, you're going to be spinning your wheels. And so, the one thing that I like to do is I know there's a lot of trainers out there that like to keep their clients around by keeping them confused. And I don't want my clients confused. I want them to know that they can trust what I'm telling them, and they need me around because they need my professional eye behind it to let them know that they're going the right direction. So education on nutrition is the most important fundamentals of all of fitness. And of course, making sure that you have good trainers like these people here to motivate you to get into the gym or to find what gets you motivated to continue to push is very important. But I feel like motivation can be done with just constant communication online, making sure you're attentive to your clients and making sure you're getting back to them on a very quick time frame, and just making sure you don't leave them hanging when it comes to the attention. Right. And then giving them all those proper tools to make sure that they know they're making the right choices confidently when they're away from you.
So when you say the right tools, you mean those apps that which we input about what we eat and the calories, those are the right tools, or there's some other toolkit that also helps? I'm sorry for not really know about this field. I'm sorry, but I'm really curious.
So what I teach a lot of carb cycling, which it breaks down all your macronutrients into grams. I use grams, or ounces, depending on what part of the world the athletes are coming from, using different measurements. But we go off of nutritional grams of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and then we incorporate the exercise regimen to go with it. So a typical, most bodybuilding programs tend to consist of, a moderate fats, an increased amount of protein.
Like chicken breast
would be an amazing source of protein. The leaner sources of protein are always the ones we're going for. So the lower in the fat content on those protein sources, like white fish, chicken breast, egg whites, lean turkey, those sources of protein. And then good complex carbohydrates we incorporate. Oatmeal, rice is a big staple in my programs. Potatoes and a lot of those things, but those are foods that we train the body's metabolism to work faster and faster by stimulating the metabolism by throwing high carbohydrates at the body every several days. But there's several ways to do it. There's a lot of theories. This is the way that works best for me that I use with my athletes. What we try to do with the carb cycling is stimulate the body's metabolism to burn faster and faster to increase the demand for calories, so the body continues to burn at a faster rate. And this is what I've been practicing for a lot of years, and it's what I find works best with most of my people.
Well, Ryan, that's why I can see why you have trained so many, professional athletes, actually top athletes. Just when I listen to you, it's like, okay, I'm going to say goodbye to fried chicken, to pizza, to all those chocolate that I really love. I just start eating more chicken breast and also less carbon and lean meat. I'm a good student, right? So far, so good.
Absolutely.
That's
It's
great.
a individual client to tell us what their goals are, and then based off of there, we come up with a program that fits their needs. So if you want, if pizza's in there, maybe your competition's not in your future, but we can make it work.
Okay, thank you. Well, Travis, I know you also, you know a lot about nutrition. Now, here you are, you know a little bit about Chinese food. So you must know how hard it is for us to be here in China, having so many delicious food and also extremely convenient, food delivery services here. It is so hard. Do you what would be your suggestions for us, which is different from what Ryan just told us?
For nutrition, I think if you're just a hobbyist lifter, it's not as important to be as technical about it, such as weighing everything out, unless you're trying to lose a lot of weight, for example. But I think as long as you control your fat intake and don't eat too much junk food like fried foods, and eat more protein, because I know Chinese people, usually they don't eat as much protein as other countries. They eat more vegetables and rice.
That's right.
And so I think for most Chinese people, you should increase your protein intake slightly because it'll help fuel your muscles to grow. Or else at a certain point, you probably will just plateau. As a lot of my friends at the gym, they usually don't eat much protein. So after a while, they just hit a weight and then they can't really get any bigger or stronger. So usually my recommendation to all of them is you got to eat more meat or protein or some kind of protein, But otherwise, I think the Chinese diet is pretty healthy in general. Lots of vegetables, not too much fat.
Okay, that's good to know. I just eat more Chinese food. You have doubts in your face.
I'm not sure about that, honestly. I mean, I agree.
Put some more protein in there.
Okay, with protein in it. Okay, still goodbye fried chicken. Well, we've talked a lot, right? And now I know what to eat to be healthier.
Okay.
And now my Pilates teacher is far away in Canada. So I will go to you, Constantine. Okay, you're my teacher for the next 30 minutes or so.
Right.
If I'm your student, okay, not a pro, of course, far away from being a pro, but you can still show me some of the movements.
Right.
Easiest, please. Be nice to me, okay?
Right. What's the goal?
To lose weight, to look good on camera, to stay fit, everything. Sorry, I'm so sorry for being so ambitious, but everything. Just some movements that you think that's, fits for girls like me who are pretty, not too fat. No, I'm kidding. So just show us some movements. Let's do some exercises, okay?
Sure, cool. You got no injuries, right?
Maybe not. Hopefully not.
No, you got no injuries now.
No,
right?
I'm good.
All right, perfect, cool. Here or here? Where are you going to do it?
I think here will be good, right? Okay, let's talk to the camera. Yeah, I think.
All right, fantastic. Then I would say
these are your ways.
we need a little bit of space, honestly. I mean, otherwise it's like...
Yeah, just a little bit will be fine. Yeah.
Cool. How about this?
Yeah, let's move a
Can we
little
put
bit.
this a little bit here?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Come on. And then how about this? You're gonna take this, and we're gonna train our triceps. Okay? We're gonna train our triceps.
Triceps.
All right. Train the triceps now. Okay.
I think I have muscles in my triceps.
This is the biceps, right? So we're train this.
Nothing.
We're gonna train this muscle. Okay. It's the bye-bye row. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Great. So we don't do anything crazy now.
No.
Have a look.
Easiest.
I'm gonna show you how to do it. Okay. So we're gonna put our hands here. Okay. Fingers down.
Right.
All right. And then you try to stay close to this box. Your upper body stays close to the box, and you put some of your body weight onto your feet and some of the body weight onto your arms, okay? All right, and then when we go down, we try to keep our body upright, and our elbows go kind of straight backward, okay? Like this, okay? You go down.
Okay.
Right, you bend your
Me,
arm.
if I got hurt, you're gonna come here
come.
and help me, right? You're gonna treat me with your magic, magic
right.
treatments, right?
Right, you put as much body weight on your arms as possible, okay? Here you go. And then you should feel something here going on.
Like a lot going on
yeah,
here.
perfect, okay. That's fantastic.
Sourness,
Come on,
right?
try it, do another 5.
Okay.
All right, that's amazing. Yeah, fantastic.
Okay.
If
now
you can,
I
try
can
go
feel
a
this
little
muscle
lower.
is building. Oh
Yeah.
no, but thanks. Going lower.
Yeah, slightly lower, slightly lower.
Okay.
We tend to make it easy, for ourselves.
It's there already.
Yeah.
I can feel my muscles.
Getting bigger now.
Okay, good. Okay, Pilates by. I would just go to all the cardios, right?
Are you afraid of muscles?
What?
Are you afraid of muscles, like building muscles?
No, a little bit will be good.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Not too much,
That's
right?
fantastic. I think most women are afraid of building muscles.
No, just a little bit on the upper arms, right? It's gonna be pretty.
Let's do the following, huh? We're gonna do something for our glutes.
Can we use a little bit equipment? In
Equipment,
here?
yeah, fantastic.
Right.
If you're ready to use
It's
equipment.
all lined up in
Okay,
here.
come on, I'll give you a little bit.
Serious?
I'll give
Okay.
You this big one, okay?
No. Okay. Okay. Let
Start
me
with the
pick
small
one
one,
for
please.
you. Let me pick one for you. Okay.
my God.
Which one is
How about-
heaviest? Okay, this one the heaviest.
Oh yeah, I can do this. All right.
Okay.
So look, we're gonna do something for our glutes and for our legs, okay? For our quads, all right? So come on, stand like this. You need a little bit more space here.
Okay.
Make a slightly bigger step, like this. Put the weight here. Keep the weight here. Keep the body upright. Make a slightly longer stop. Slightly longer step. A little longer. Okay,
too
perfect.
tall.
Great.
Yeah.
Chest out, okay? And when we go down, right here, come on, like this. Go down, and then come up again. Okay, great.
This is for the training of which part?
This is for our glute. It's
Okay.
now the right side, and for the quads, okay?
Then why are we lifting this?
Because you asked for more weight, so I give you more weight, okay?
Okay.
Normally I don't listen to my
I just
clients.
regret. Yeah,
but,
I just
but
regret
you
for
are the boss
asking
today,
that,
so I thought, hey, I give you some weight,
Okay.
It's more fun then. So, all right. So before you go down, okay, you breathe in. Okay, breathing is a very essential part. Okay, it's an essential part. Breathe in, breathe down, breathe out. Okay. Okay. You want to do another 5?
Do another 5?
Come on, do another 5.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Okay. But okay. Good to know. It's already done.
Fantastic.
I can feel. Yeah.
Okay, we want to do one more thing?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Not too hard, please.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem. Okay, come on, we're gonna do the
They're all
following.
laughing at me. They're all like.
Okay, come on. So now we're gonna get the heartbeat up a little bit. All right, great. So what we do is we start with butt kicks, okay? Start with butt kicks. Try to kick your butt with the foot, okay?
Okay.
Like this, all right? Okay, perfect. And when I clap my hand, you do high knees, okay?
Okay.
Come on, you need a bit more space here, otherwise you get hurt, okay? Okay, great.
Okay.
Ready?
You're
we
not-
do,
you're
we do
not
this. We do
being
this for
very
20
nice to me,
seconds.
huh,
You ready?
Constantine?
20 seconds, okay? You start with butt kicks. 3, 2,
You
1.
do it too,
Yeah,
together
okay,
with
okay.
me.
I'm gonna do it with you. I never do it with my
Faster, okay,
clients. Sorry.
better than me,
I
at
just
least.
watch
You're
them.
my
I just
tutor.
scream at them. Okay, here we go. Here. Okay, great.
Faster,
Fantastic.
faster. You're pro.
3, 2, 1. Take care. Take care. There's the kettlebell.
Okay,
Take a step
yeah.
back. Here we go. Come on, fast. You go fast. You go fast. Come on.
Okay.
Up
Sorry,
to
the
me.
microphone doesn't allow me to do that.
God.
Yeah.
Too many excuses. Too many excuses.
I know, but
Okay.
I'm still. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting there. I'll get
Fantastic.
there. Yeah,
You
it's
did a
not my
great
fault.
job.
It's the microphone, the earpiece. Yeah, all the equipment.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a great student for finding excuses, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
let's get back. But I am sweating now.
Oh, fantastic. And it's getting much warmer here.
Right. Well, Nina, still, just for you, I miss Pilates. But I'm sweating and it's so good. I can feel my muscles building right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Eat enough protein tonight. Today, actually. Right. A lot of chicken breast.
And then it works.
Hopefully.
Okay. So just now, I'm lucky because I didn't get hurt or get any injured.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right, but so many people now, because they do more exercises, and sometimes they get injured and hurt.
That's
so
right.
I really want to ask Peng Bing, because I know you are a professional in this. So can you give me some advices about people for doing, especially people who love doing exercises, but sometimes they may get injured, like me, or there's still possibilities and challenges. So can you share with us some of the takeaways that you think can help us prevent from being injured?
Yeah, of course. The first thing is you have to have an advisor, just like Constantine, who is very professional to help you prevent of getting injured. So
Okay,
that's
now
the
you're
first
smart.
suggestion. Yeah. And people one, I think the most important is that you have to warm up enough before you get exercise and do the sports. Warm up is very helpful to help you prevent the injury. And the second one is that you have to choose your gear wisely. For example, if you are enthusiastic at running, you have to choose your shoes wisely, especially if you have an advisor or you have a resource from the internet. You can get their advices to choose your shoes. And always, if you want to do exercise or do sports, only when you are in a good health condition. For me, I've having a very bad cold this week, so I don't do any exercise when I am having a cold. So don't do that, because
don't do that.
Literatures have taught that. Yeah, literatures have taught us that if you do more, high intense exercise when you are having a cold, it will increase the chance of you to get like cardiovascular disease, because it helps the virus to spread all over your body. So don't do that. Only when you are in good health condition, you do the exercise. And I think that's the most important thing for me. I would give the suggestions. So I think, that's all about
really
it.
Good
Thanks.
suggestions and takeaway. Thank you so much, Peng Bin, because it's good to know. Don't exercise when you are sick, when you get a cold, and also always warm up before you start exercising. So Peng Bin, it's really helpful advice. So as a thank you, I know you're an fitness enthusiast, right? You yourself likes doing exercises and sports, and we have a lot of professional and really amazing trainers here. So, and I believe that the body shape of Ryan and Jamel is something that you are dreaming of. So, as a thank you for you, as a gift for you, I can give you a chance to ask them a question to Ryan and Jamel. What would it be?
Okay, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Actually, for me, as a doctor, we don't have much time to do the exercise. Okay, I know some techniques such as HIIT programs. So could you please just give us some suggestions for professionals, for the people like me? We don't have much time to do the exercise. How can we do the exercise more efficiently? Yeah, right. That's my question.
That's going to be my question. You should be a reporter. You're great at raising questions. Okay, let's go and ask Ryan and Jamel. Let's start with Ryan. What would your suggestion for people like Peng Bin and also me who are busy, who don't have lots of time, but still we want to look good and look fit?
Well, the best part about that is that overtraining is probably one of the most common mistakes in fitness, right? So it doesn't take several hours a day. If you have a good 30 minutes, 5 days a week, you can have a very, very solid workout regimen. So what I would recommend is breaking down each body part and doing one body part a day, and stick to 5 to 6 exercises, maybe 3 sets per exercise, and just make sure you're doing it properly. And very basic, stick to the basics. So if you have a good regimen where you break down to where you do maybe chest one day, back another day, legs on another day, shoulders, and then maybe arms on the 5th day, and make sure you give yourself a proper amount of time to rest. Take a couple days off, let the body recover, and you're going to see great results. Give yourself 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and you could definitely build a very, very nice physique.
Right, thank you. I think there's one thing you just said, I can do it, which is give myself enough time to rest. but okay, that's still, no, other lessons are still, I think it's great lessons. Thank you. Let's go to Jamel. Jamel, what would be your suggestions to Peng Bin?
Once again, I agree with what Ryan had just said. If you give yourself that 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day, it doesn't have to necessarily be heavy weights and all this loud training type style. It's small movements, or just focusing on one part of the body, like in muscle groups, breaking it down, maybe chest, and then having back one day and then legs next day. Like you said, do not overtrain. You want to give yourself at least a rest day or two throughout how intense you're training throughout the week. But as far as he will be training, he can give himself one day out of the week and then continue doing the rest of those days. But the one thing that you want to typically really focus on like Ryan said before. It's funny, I know Ryan personally. I've met him a couple of times in the bodybuilding industry. And he's really, 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 really cool guy. He knows basically everything he's Southern guy knows what he's talking about. So take that advice, trust me. So you want to make sure that you stay on try to stick to a diet plan that's going to fit your body type typically. I mean, there's so many different body types out there. And one way to figure out your body type maybe is just to measure your shoulders, measure your hips, and then go ahead and measure below your belly button. That's usually where the fat starts growing first, where people put on weight due to the diet. So having a strict diet plan for your body type specifically will help you gain the muscle you need. That's where I feel a lot of people have a little bit of problem at. I won't say fail, but they struggle on that aspect of configuring their body how they want it, basically. So just sticking to small workouts on a daily basis, keep them very simple, and just watch the diet as much as you can based upon your body type.
Wow, I think those are amazing suggestions. It's really helping, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Travis, I know you've been doing exercises. You've been going to the gym starting from when you were a teenager, and now you're starting to do powerlifting in the recent years. So why do you start to do powerlifting? And can you share a little bit with us? Because I think for some of the people here in China, it's still kind of a new sports concept here. So what is it about and why do you love it?
So when I first started lifting, I was just into the more typical bodybuilding, like just get some big muscles and look good type of style. But after I got more into it, I felt like lifting heavier weights, the heavier it got, the better I felt. And I just love the feeling of, it's like when you powerlift, it's just like you and the weight. And there's nothing else that you can really think of in that moment. You know what I mean? So
I don't know what you mean, but yeah, it's interesting.
Especially when it's really heavy.
Right. It's only you and powerlifting, the two things in the world that make. Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know that. So what about other people here? Help me out here. Is it the same that you feel when you do powerlifting with something really with great strength and powerful? I didn't know that because I never had that feeling when I do Pilates. Yes, Ryan.
I come from a big powerlifting background myself. I used to hold a couple world records in some different lifts, and bodybuilding and powerlifting go hand in hand because if somebody looks strong, usually they are strong. You know, but really the only difference between powerlifting and bodybuilding is the diet. You know, obviously when you're trying to lift the maximum amount of weights that you can, we eat a little bit more. And then when you're trying to get lean for competition, we cut the calories back. But, you know, there's something that he said where it's just him versus the weights. And what that means for a lot of people is, you know, there's a lot of team sports out there where you can get a lot of politics involved with who gets the most playing time or things like that. But when it comes to bodybuilding in the gym, a lot of people, this is very therapeutic. Fitness has such a therapeutic side to it where, you know, it releases endorphins, you feel great. And sometimes it's about just conquering those personal goals that you have. And it feels great when you set, you know, when you have a year out where you set a goal for yourself to hit a certain number to have a 600-pound bench press. And when you finally get to it, it's such a personal satisfaction that comes out of that. Because you know it was just your hard work, your dedication that got you to that point, and it's a very liberating feeling. I could definitely understand what he's saying.
So Pengbin, you keep nodding. Okay, so this is the kind of satisfaction and fulfillment that you have gained through training and also all the exercises, I guess.
Yes, of course. But this is a very good online session for me, just to learn all of things and learn to embrace the enthusiastic from all of the bodybuilders. Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. It's a great lesson for me as well. Another thing I'm curious about, I don't know whether the gentleman, the lady here have witnessed, is that it's not only after, you know, the gym here reopened in China, it's not only the number of people have increased. I also saw increasing number of ladies, you know, who are pregnant. at the beginning, I thought, oh my God, why they're here? Because I thought, in Chinese culture, if you're pregnant, you should stay at home, just, be cute, be pretty, and just stay there, right? And eat a lot. No, but like now, so many pregnant women, they start going to the gym to do the training session for Pilates and even for cardio. Constantine, so you have also experiences with, training your clients. Some of your clients are pregnant women, and you have training experiences with them, right?
Yeah, I have trainers. I have coaches who are certified trainers who are allowed to train pregnant women. This is very, I would say, difficult, kind of dangerous.
Yes.
Okay.
To me, it's extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
So what we say is, for the first 3 months, they are not allowed to train. The first 3 months of pregnancy are not allowed to train. After that, they can start working out. But what we do is we only accept clients who worked out before pregnancy with us.
They can be just new starter.
No, they cannot just jump in, being pregnant, jump in and work out with us. We need to have some history. We need to have their history. We need to know them for at least like half a year, and then work them out, and then we understand where they come from. Then we give them a 3-month rest, and then we keep training.
That's good
up to their delivery. Actually, we have several girls who trained up to a week, a couple of days before they delivered. That was amazing. And after delivery, they take a rest of about 42 days, about 6 weeks, and then they can start again.
Coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, and start again.
Yeah,
That's
and
good to know.
Maybe you know that for many
in China,
women,
we have like 坐月子, you know that, right?
What
they
is
have
that?
to stay there. 坐月子 is like a special tradition.
Yeah, but it's
in
very
China.
dangerous for women as well, even more dangerous than working out, because the
you're not a big fan of that.
Absolutely not. The problem is if you lie in bed, you eat whatever you want, or your parents feed you, you can get a very huge baby. So if you get a baby of 4 kilo, first of all, it's hard to deliver. Second, it's dangerous for the mom. Third, you might need to get this, I'm not quite sure what that's called.
Yeah, okay,
you
I got
get
it.
that cut, right? You don't want that.
Okay.
And so it's dangerous. That's why we suggest to stay healthy during pregnancy, work out, because
the right amount of exercises.
Yes, exactly. It helps women to prevent them from getting diabetes.
Right.
Okay, so this is connected.
Yeah, let's ask Nina, because I know, Nina, in the Pilates studio, there are also more pregnant women. They're doing training session, and sometimes it's even group session. You see 4 pregnant ladies, they holding hands together, do some exercises. It's really cute. So Nina, what about you? Do you agree with Constantine? Do you think this actually will help, those ladies to better protect themselves and also maybe to also recover better after they deliver the baby? So, and what kind of changes do you think sports like Pilates and also cardio can bring to a pregnant lady after they do more or a right amount of exercises during this special period of time? Okay.
Well, I absolutely, agree with, the pregnant woman, especially healthy pregnant women should do a proper amount of exercise. It's not about the exercise itself. It's about this is the process of her to learn about herself, to understanding the whole process of being pregnant. What is the, difference between the body she is having with the one before. So, and she can treat her body with more reasons, with more, good habits. So it's not about the workout itself. It's not about the repetition. It's not about the weight. It's about the breathing. It's about the embracing herself as a pregnant woman, as a different person, and prepare her body for the delivery after a few months later. So of course, before we go into this session, we have to do some background checking. We have to do some, screening, and we have to do some talks to the clients. And it's also if she can learn her body, knowledge her very in a better way, and she can experience more easier way to give birth. And after the giving the birth, and she can experience more better recovery. And she doesn't have to be doing very very, very strong and intensive exercise. Sometimes you just do the right amount of breathing, do the breathing techniques. It's all connected with your inner core muscle and the pelvic floor. So it's all very connected tissues and very essential recovery for the women. Yeah.
That's
so it's definitely it's a good thing to do some exercise with good guidance.
Right. Thank you, Nina. And also another surprise for you. Thank you for being my tutor. So I would like to give the final question opportunity to you. So I know you're doing Pilates and also those something that is more, I would say, more subtle compared to the cardio, the powerlifting, especially the one that, as Travis said, is the kind of powerlifting only that he felt, but it's only the only thing he felt is him and powerlifting. Okay, sorry, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. So Nina, yes, I know maybe you're not very familiar with cardio and also power, those powerlifting and something else. But I think for sports, they're interconnected. So you can always learn something from others and combine to your training or compare to the sports that you love. So if I could give the final opportunity to you to raise a question to any of the trainers, the teachers, our guests here. So you can ask a question to whoever you want. What would that be?
Well, because I'm not very good at cardio, workout. So I suck. So I want to know what, including, running or cycling or, I don't know what else in there. So what do you suggest to give me, lady like me to give me a suggestion that I can start with? Yeah.
Right. So Ryan and Jamel, yes, for ladies like me and Nina and also so many girls here in China, we don't do lots of what we see sports with lots of strengths. This is the one that you showed me. We do yoga, we do Pilates, and some other more gentle movements and exercises. So if we want to start, do a little bit cardio to build a little bit muscle, like upper arms to make us look good. Okay, let's see your face again. You have doubts again. I'll go back to you finally. So yeah, what would be your suggestion as to what do you think are good movements and steps for us to start? Let's start with Ryan.
As far as cardiovascular is concerned, we're not really doing cardio to build muscle. That cardio is there to kind of burn some calories and help with the healthy cardiovascular system. As far as aesthetics go with cardio, I believe in a nice to steady state type of cardio. So I like to put my people on a treadmill is my favorite form of cardio, mainly because it keeps the pace for you. You'll find that when you're doing cardio outdoors, you'll start to daydream a little bit, and then the pace tends to go up and down. So I prefer the treadmill just because you can kind of go on there and zone out a little bit. And if you set the speed at 3.5 miles an hour, it's going to stay consistent. I would recommend starting off with just 30 minutes a day, 3.0 miles an hour, and just walk and do a nice steady walk for 30 minutes. It's a great place to start for your cardio. And you're not going to overtrain and you're not going to burn yourself out. You're definitely going to see a difference in the way you look, though.
Right. Thank you so much, Rai. Well, Jamel, also the question goes to you, but with a little bit different. What about for girls, not only who want to build a little bit muscle, but also who want to lose weight? Because girls, we have this passion of losing weight. It's like people say, oh, you're already so slim, but no, I'm still so fat. I want to lose weight. That's, I think, the kind of thing you have witnessed a lot here in China, maybe and also in other parts of the world. So Jamel, what would be your suggestion for the girls here?
Yeah, that's it. It's not just in China. It's out here too as well. Trust me. So, what I typically have my clients do is what Ryan said was hop on the treadmill and they'll do about like 30 minutes to an hour of the cardio. What's important is maintaining that heart rate up to where it all depends on your body structure. But usually it's around 140 to where you just want to burn your fat that you have on the body and not burn your muscle you have on your body. So you'll see a lot of people running a lot, like running so much.
I used to do that.
It's good for the heart, like cardiovascular wise. But if you have goals, you have to remember when you set your goals, what exactly do you have to do? For instance, if somebody's just trying to burn fat weight, then yes, go ahead and try to keep the heart rate up around 140 for the 45 minutes or hour you do cardio. That way you focus on fat burning. But if you want to just drop weight, and you are actually obese and you want to lose weight as fast as you can, dancing, incorporating like regular simple planks in between your breaks while you're dancing in dance classes. I remember Zoom classes were very big. They became a lot bigger over time. Just came on. I had a friend who teaches these huge classes, and I just remember a couple of women that would go there. And a year later, after seeing them, they literally lost about 100 pounds just from doing the Zoom classes. And I was like, wow, just from that, they're like, yeah. And my friend was an instructor. I'm like, they showed up in times. Like, yeah, they were here for like 4 years. I was like, wow, that's interesting to see somebody can just drop from dancing. You know what I mean? Something that people go out to do in clubs or, you know what I mean, at parties, but they're doing it for fun. Work on themselves.
That's amazing.
So I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't have to be boring. It can be fun as well too. But remember, the main thing is your goal. You don't want to lose your muscle at the same time if you want muscle.
Okay, wow, those are really, really helpful suggestions. Thank you so much. About you, Constantine? Yeah, for girls like me, what would be your suggestions? Should we do the exercise you just teach me? But that's a little bit against what Ryan said. He said like 1 part a day. Just now in 1 minute, you taught me 3 parts. Sorry, wrong.
I'm not going to fight with
sorry.
Ryan. I think he is more, I mean, he's
No,
he's a specialist
I know that was
in
just
his
for
field. That's
demonstration.
amazing. I'm not going to fight with anybody. So I would say, what we did would be a start, right? And then we could go from there.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Let's ask Travis. But Travis, I know you said that you think, going to the gym, doing exercises is not only for young people. You think actually it's very beneficial for the older generation. And maybe here when you're in China, when you visit those parks in the morning, like 5 or 6, very early a.m. in the morning, you see those old generation, the senior citizens, they do exercises in the park. Sometimes they do Tai Chi, the kind of special martial art or other types of sports and fitness. So how do you feel about this? So can you tell us a little bit, how do you think, doing exercises regularly can benefit the older generation? Because we may have some of the international viewers who are in, our audiences in that group. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that actually, because I think a lot of older people believe that lifting weights and doing running or higher intensity exercises is bad for you and can cause injury. But actually, higher intensity exercises like lifting weights with good form, of course, can actually increase your bone density, prevent muscle loss as you age, because many old people suffer from that decreased bone density, which is why when they fall or something, their bones will break. And also it'll help treat chronic pain and prevent symptoms such as lower back pain from sitting too often. And because usually due to weak muscles in the area supporting the spine. So I think it would definitely be beneficial for older people to do some weightlifting and light training under a professional coach, of course, but with proper form, it's very beneficial. Not to say that the lighter exercises like Tai Chi aren't good for you, because I'm sure those are very helpful as well. It's better than doing nothing, of course, but I think a good balance of both is the best.
What would be your suggestions to them? Do you think they should do the powerlifting just as like you, just as what you do, or there's some other things that you think that's more appropriate to them?
Well, I probably wouldn't suggest powerlifting. I mean, you could do a powerlifting style of training. Just don't go like to your maximal limit.
Right.
Yeah, but just strengthening your muscles individually and making sure that nothing is like lagging behind, especially areas like your lower back, upper back, your legs. Those are usually weaker for most people who don't train. But I do know some older people who powerlift. Like on Instagram, there's some 70, 80-year-olds, and they're very strong and very healthy too. So if you have the proper guidance, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility.
Well, I think you were talking about Ryan when he is 90 years old. He can still do a powerlifting, which myself cannot reach in my whole life. Right? But thank you so much. Well, the final question goes to all the guests here, because I know you are professionals in this field, and some of you are like, leader, the leader in this training sector, right? So I really want to ask you about sports. So if you could share with just something or just one thing, that what does sports mean to you? What are the biggest changes that has been brought by sports to your life, and why should people do sport? So yeah, what would that be? I want to start with Ryan. So Ryan, I know you're one of the best trainers in the States and maybe even worldwide. So yeah, tell us a little bit more that why people should do more exercises and what they should do.
Well, for me, I gotta honestly say, fitness has been the biggest blessing that I've had in my life. I get to wake up every day and do exactly what I love to do for a living. I get to work with great people. I've raised my family on this industry, so I have nothing but positive things to say about the fitness industry. It has definitely, changed my world. I've been able to travel all over the world and meet amazing people, and I'm hoping to come to China again soon and see some of the clients and fans there. It's just, in any capacity, whatever that is, just get involved, because it teaches you not only discipline, but it brings community, and it's very important to have that community. Like I said, some of the most amazing people and friends, and I have an opportunity like today to meet all you wonderful people and have an opportunity to hear all these different perspectives, and it's just a true blessing. So find a way to get involved, whatever capacity that it is.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you in China, hopefully in the near future. Let us know when you're here, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, Nina, what about you?
I think I will put it short. I think we do sports because that's who we are. And we want to enjoy the freedom of doing sports and give us the ultimate freedom to do everything what we can. Yes.
But Nina, I know you used to be in the banking industry. You're only turning to the training sector because you love it. So this kind of love still here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is my true career, but it starts quite late. Before that, I worked in the banking system and financial system for years, but I do not love it. But these Pilates things, I fell in love instantly. So I choose it as my long-term career. So I think this is it's just my luck, I should say. Yeah.
Right, and also the best luck to your home studio, which is now I see is going very well with so many constructive changes that is happening in there, right?
Thank you.
Okay,
yes.
Jamel, what about you? You have you yourself is a big star, and you have so many students that are also big star. So yeah, tell us a little bit more about how sports is treating you, and also what is your outlook? What is the vision for the future?
You know what? I feel training is always going to be important. What tops the training and diet, I believe, is the discipline and actually doing what you are saying you're going to do and with implementing your plan to your goal. So what I've realized over the past years and just lifetime, being in the fitness industry and working with people, I have a background of I went to nursing school. So where I realized as far as discipline was an actually big suit for anything you do.
Right.
Was I would say when I was in the nursing school, as far as how much time I had to put into school, and then if I was still on the football team and I was training, I was it was non-stop. But the one thing I realized was the discipline of doing it. You know what I mean? So always training your mind. So the minute your mind is trained and you have the discipline to do something, that's where it all comes down to. Have literally training. Like she was saying before, it's you. You have one body, you have your tempo. You choose and do what you want to do with it, and know that the things that you do and the work you put in will be the results that your body's going to put out for you.
Right.
But it's all going to start with, of course, the mindset, the discipline.
Right.
Have to have that. That's like a 1,000% need.
Right. So discipline, discipline, and discipline. And, you know, when people first talk about sports, we only think it's about exercising our body, stretch a little bit, and do the movements. But when I talked to the guest today, I thought it's actually happening in here. It's about the control, it's about the thoughts, it's about the values that you have in here, in your mind. Yeah, I think that's really, really thought-provoking. Let's go to Travis. Travis, are you still enjoying that kind of moment between you and the powerlifting? So what else has sports brought to you?
Yeah, I have to agree with what everyone else said. Like, the discipline is a huge factor, and the discipline itself also builds your own self-confidence. And that's also a huge benefit, in my opinion, because when you set a goal and you hit it every time, you feel better about yourself, and that leads into other areas of your life as well. But on top of that, I would say exercise and fitness also will increase your quality of life in general. I mean, it'll reduce chronic pain that you might have from sitting in front of a computer all day at work, for example, which I'm sure a lot of people do.
Everyone maybe
as
here.
well as for older folks, you can, pretty much, you can enjoy your life a lot more if you're more fit, if you know what I mean. Like, you won't get tired from doing activities with your friends, or going on a hike, or, you know, anything really. So that's why I think it's a huge benefit for everyone.
Okay, now I do know what you mean. Thank you so much, Travis. And finally, let's go to Peng Bin. You're a doctor, Peng Bin. So yeah, show us something from the doctor's perspective or from the perspective of enthusiast about sports, please.
So if you ask me the question like a couple of years ago, I would say that sports is just a small part of your life. But recently, my research interest has shifted, and I focused more on the exercise and on the exercise release factors on the human body. So I would say that the sports is the cure to both mentally and physically. So since we still have a lot of things that we don't know about the human body, about the effects of the exercise and the sports on the human body, but we believe that we will, correct all those kind of miseries. We will uncover a lot of things that we don't know before. So I think sports is the cure to both mentally and physically. That's my idea.
Yeah. Thank you, Peng Bin. Very well said. It's not only a cure for your physical health, but also maybe even your mental health. Thank you so much. And finally, because we are a little bit running out of time, so Constantine, yes, your turn, but very briefly. Make it sweet and beautiful.
Sure. Yeah, I think for me, I've been here in China since 2011. I've been in the military before as well. I've been doing many different things, but fitness, sports is always a pillar of safety for myself. So whatever I do, I always train. So whenever in doubt, I just go train. I do it, it helps to structure your day. It helps you get you back on track when you have difficult times. You learn how to push through difficult times. So, I mean, that's the amazing part about fitness and sports.
Right. What is also amazing, I think, is our special discussion on fitness and health. I think I will make a wrap up very sweet and also short. So because it's such a thought-provoking and also very fruitful dialogue as we have. So hopefully what we shared and also what we discussed today can help everyone who are watching our live streaming. So stay healthy and stay happy. So thank you so much, everyone, again, for sharing with us. Thank you so much to our guests here, and big thank you to our wall followers for your time, also for your contribution. We have more to come in the future. So thank you and stay tuned. Bye for now. Bye. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Jamel. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nina. Thank you so much. It was amazing. Thank you. 谢谢彭斌. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, and bye. Have a